Alrighty folks, we are back. Thankfully the tech issues have only decided to bite my webcam and nothing else. So, we are back. So yes, starting at the top with who are you, what are you, and to celebrate today, which hilariously is International Panic Day. What's your favourite way to recover from panic? Starting with Rowan.
Hi, I'm Rowan, and I'm playing Juniper, a little cat thing with many knives. And I think a pet dragon avatar that is somewhere in the world. And how would I recover from panic? Counting on my fingers is a big one. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Specifically thinking flashbacks in this case, I like to count like little grounding things. I also like to visualize myself under a waterfall that it goes all the way around me and nothing gets through. That's a good one.
Interesting. Alright, Mr. Eden?
Oh, I'm Eden. My character's Wraith, mage, mortician, amputator. And as far as panic goes, I think I like to retreat to a nice, quiet, dark space for a few hours. Preferably a week, given a preference. But yeah, just run away from everything, hide for a while, I think is the best move. For me, at least.
Alright. Amy?
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Ruth Yusuf, our very grumpy Dalish elf healer. I'm trying to think. I think I pace, and then I go for a walk, usually. And usually food. I pick food up and then go for a walk, normally. Yeah, I think that's what I do.
Alright, fair enough. And finally we have Tom.
Hello, it's me, Tom. Who am I playing at the moment? I'm playing a sort of shooty Grey Warden, Anna Schwartz, who doesn't really care about anything except for killing Darkspawn, really. Listen, they've got however long they've got before they succumb. They've got a job to do, and they're gonna do it with peak German efficiency.
Is she getting a little fond of the party yet, though?
Yeah, what does Anna think of the party so far?
Yeah.
You've been with us a while, Anna.
Alright, Ruth and Wraith, fine, I guess. They're fairly sensible. They get stuff done. The cat is a bit of a mad. The cat can be useful, but also can be a detriment. It's a bit of a crapshoot as to whether or not it's a useful time or not. The bird is annoying, and who else we got? Is there anyone else at the moment?
No. Oh, Manny.
Oh, Manny. She doesn't really think about Manny. He drives the car, so what? It's very sort of utilitarian mindset, this character. So, you know, if one of you dying would result in the death of 100 Darkspawn, she would not have a problem with that. If it was to kill one Darkspawn, then that's probably not good odds. Better to save you, kill the Darkspawn herself. Because
we're incompetent to get to it ourselves.
Because you're more likely to be of assistance in killing more than one Darkspawn, So if it's just if you die and one Darkspawn dies, that's a bad trade-off. Now if 100 Darkspawn die, that's not too bad a trade-off.
This is true.
So very utilitarian mindset, I'm afraid.
Would feed the cat to the sharks if it was beneficial.
If required, yes.
She's
but it
your
probably
Grey
won't
Warden
be.
sister. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Meow. Forces hand on head.
What was the panic day? I don't know. Just play some games and hide. I don't know. How do you deal with panic? Just ignore it until it goes away, or I explode.
Seems legit. Alright, well, what happened last week?
Was it the dragon last week? Or was that the week before?
That was the week before. We had the troupe of actors turn up, one of whom was
Yes.
claiming
Oh, yeah.
Alistair.
Yes, was Alistair at the Grey Warden, and we took him to Yevon.
Well, you had to look inside of his head first, just to kind of
Yes.
confirm. And
Double check. Yeah.
by all
Double
accounts,
check
it
he was
seems
there.
like he is Alistair.
Yeah.
And yeah, we took him back to Yevon, and Yevon was kind of taken aback and didn't really believe necessarily, I don't think, what was going on. But we put him
After
to
a
work.
while.
He's called Robin now, isn't he?
Yeah, we've called him Robin now.
After a while, the truth came out.
He got like kidnapped. He was rescued from the Battle of Denerim, and woke up in Kirkwall, and then he went to Deventer. He got sent to Deventer, was captured, and
He
moved
went.
to
He
Deventer.
went around trying to recruit people who presumably didn't really believe him until he got to Antigua.
Antiva, yeah.
Antiva. The
Yeah.
Barbados. No, sorry. Then some Tevinter were like, "Oh, you'll do nicely. I think we'll have you." Took him to Tevinter, and then he was bought by the writer dwarf.
No, I think he was he not like
And then
let
swapped?
go or something.
No, they did a swap,
Oh yeah.
and that's why the Tevinter is still after him, because they're like, "Excuse me, Mr. Writer Dwarf, we allowed you to visit him to take his stories. We did not allow you to visit him to let him escape."
Yeah.
And so they're still after him. So now he's Robin. Give him a haircut, bust his nose or something, and put him in some standard Grey Warden uniform. And
I forgot that your initial approach to how do we make him look different was to break his nose.
Yeah.
well,
it's one good way to do it.
it's at the time he was being a bit difficult as well, so it was more of a threat than anything else. But I mean, you don't have to.
Break it
can't-
and set it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're still handsome, it's fine.
Alright, well, Michelle. What, do you remember where he went at the end?
I think we just sent him off to the quartermaster, get him a standard uniform,
Right.
and
Okay, just so I can
I
continue with that.
don't know if we're going to see him
can't
again or
remember,
not, but maybe he's one of those characters that turns up every so often, like Yevon.
Mhm.
Have we seen any of who was Bach's character again?
Tristan.
Tristan. Have we seen him around at all? Okay, just
It-
occasionally
you
we'll
just
see
see
him in the distance, and
Tristan just looking round corners, writing notes and just shaking his head. Yeah.
just every so often, Tristan will catch a glance of us and be like,
It's like checking off.
Still doing it. Same old
"Stop being
tricks.
nuts."
All I have in my head is Kakashi from Naruto with his like mask and his little book, reading his little book in the corner, just turning up every night out of the blue.
Like kind of like what? Not like an auditor exactly, but like quality assurance, I guess. Just making sure all the Grey Wardens are actually doing Grey Warden stuff instead of being murder hobos. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Alright, well, for carry on from there. So the following day, you rise as normal, and you immediately hear the sound of an argument.
Oh god, here we go.
As you go outside, you hear Yevon just yelling, "No!" And a bunch of Tevinters standing around gesturing wildly.
Oh,
And he's
God,
like,
again.
"I've told you, he's under, if we do have anyone like that, he's under, Grey Warden conscription. He's no use to you, so fuck off." And the Tevinters are looking at him going, "You will learn from this. You will bring him to us, or we will hound you, Mr. Dwarf Man."
They're already hounding him.
So this as they sort of finally back off, and Yevon's and you just hear the "You will rue the day that you wronged us, Mr. Dwarf Man. What is your name? We will add you to the list." My name's fucking Cinderella. Now fuck off.
Fucking love Yevon.
One of the Tavinta says, write that down.
The only sensible NPC.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I
know, right?
One.
Does Tristan get the honorary NPC treatment?
Yes, I'm sure they do.
Because
Yeah.
you know, technical difficulties are slightly different.
I can always ask back for some input.
That's a real shame actually that the internet kept giving out.
Yeah. So the Dementor eventually leave and they get on horseback and they head off. And Yevon's just being Yevon, but he's a bit more grumpy than usual.
Yeah, no kidding.
And the day continues as normal. Though when it gets to early evening, a couple of people start looking out and they kind of like they send someone to come get you and they go, right, there's a group of scouts not reported back in. Might need you to go check this out.
I like how we seem to be like the irregulars, as it were. We're like, if there's a little job that needs doing that's not, you know, straight battle, if it's a bit sneaky or a bit unusual.
I think that's mostly because you can walk out of the tent, look over, and spot you a mile away compared to everyone else.
Yeah, that probably doesn't help our cause, does it? I like the idea that, you know, most of the other squads of Grey Wardens are like, you know, go on patrol this area, do some scout work, go into battle, and then there's us, and he's like, we've got a missing bear or something. Go into the woods and see what you find. All right, we'll go have a look for it then.
I'm not writing down the idea of missing bear, not at all.
I'm assuming we're given some kind of instruction on where this scout group's patrol.
Yeah, I'm assuming we get a map and.
Yes, he tells you that they were scouting to the north along the Elysian Ferelden border.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
And
we must be pretty close.
actually, no, sorry,
then.
the south was the Elysian. So yeah, to the sort of the south Elysian Ferelden border, and
Is it a trek or is it close?
he tells you that
this camp
it's
close?
the scout group is. It's usually like it's been 4 of them, and they're relatively well experienced. But this is the scout group that Robin was just assigned to.
Ah.
For sake.
Oh. And I have to assume that those Tavinta were speaking of Robin when you were arguing with them before, Yevon.
Should have just kept him in.
they refer to him as a different thing, but aye.
Should have kept him in the kitchens for a bit. Peeling taters.
We thought about that, but he just eat everything.
Greedy git. Alright.
Well, let's get out there after him then.
Yeah, let's go make sure that he's not returned to the service.
Hmm.
And he's one of us as well now, so... Well, he's always been.
Always was. Alright. We'll go have a look. Is it a trek out?
It's not too far away, but it's far enough that it takes you a while to follow along. And as you start getting deeper into the wilds, you notice you can actually anyone got tracking.
I think I do. Let me double check.
No.
Alright, if you've got tracking, roll tracking.
Yes, +3.
You
Oh.
mean
2.
There we go.
What do we type again? Dot D20?
It's dot d20.
Stop roll D20.
It's just dot d20, isn't it? Or dot roll that. Alright.
By the way.
Apparently, no, it's not that.
It's just dot d20, I believe.
Nice.
13?
Okay.
Same.
It's just confused that.
Snap.
Yeah. Yes. So 13. Yes, so you both got 13. You both of you notice along the road that there's the obvious, somewhat dragging footsteps of someone who doesn't really want to be walking up these hills, following with 3 very light footprints. They look like they're used to walking these trails.
That's not bad.
And as you continue to follow them, after a couple of minutes, you see.
Is that your fan there?
Hmm?
Is that your fan in the background?
Sorry.
No, when Popsky talks.
Oh, is my fan going on off? Hang on,
Yeah.
I'll move it a bit.
Sorry.
It's alright, I just need to move or I'll turn it down. Hopefully that should be better. I see as it's
here it is.
not making any kind of wind at all. Right, but yes, you're following this trail. There's sign of like one of the 4 seems to be dragging their feet a lot more than the rest.
Alright, that's our lad.
Yeah.
Hasten the pacing.
Let's go get him.
As you follow the trail along, after about a mile or so, you find a tree off to the side with rope that looked like it's been cut, but it looked like someone was tied to the tree.
Alright, do you reckon he tried to run off, or do you reckon the Tevinter is responsible?
Bit of both.
Oh.
Hard to tell.
Would you mind checking the tracks again to see if you get any clearer
Sure.
idea?
Eight. Ooh.
Is anyone else rolling?
Nothing much.
Shall I?
I don't have tracking.
Likewise.
Come on, dice rolling. Come up. My internet is not happy at the moment. 19?
Okay, you notice
Nice.
that the sort of dragging footprints seem to stop and there's the sign like it was moved towards the tree, and then the other 3 sort of softer footprints lead off from there.
Okay, so
And
They've tied
where does the guy tied to the tree go? Are there any tracks
Yeah.
for that?
There is a drag mark leading into the forest.
Okay.
alright.
Do we want to go that way first and check the forest, or follow the trail?
Who's the priority? The scout team, or
Well,
What's his
all of
name?
them, really, I'd assume.
If Alistair was the one tied up and had potentially been dragged off, then sorry, Robin. Then they may be our priority here. We wouldn't want them dying while we're chasing after some Teventa.
Yeah, you could have been dragged off by Darkspawn or anything.
the
We don't know.
3 other members of the squad are veterans, so they should be okay on their own.
Mm.
One Grey Warden. Oh, storm's broken. Just heard the thunder. One Grey Warden on their own. Probably not super good that they've been dragged off.
Mm.
Well, let's
Got
go
the one.
follow them. then.
Alright.
I'd like to ready my crossbow just in case, you know, that sort of thing.
Alright.
Get battle ready.
So you begin to make your way into the woods. The footmarks from this one person definitely seem to be like the sort of straight lines of who's being dragged. The other footprints around about him seem to be very long and thin.
That's a bit worrying. That's not human footprints. Are they? When you say long and thin, do you mean they are actual human footprints, or are they?
They're definitely shoe prints, but they are a lot
Oh,
they're a
okay.
lot bigger than the scout team before.
Hmm.
I say a
guess
lot
the
bigger. They're
scouts-
basically like just larger footprints than the ones you'd seen up to this point.
I guess the scout team got tired of Robin dragging his feet, tied him up, so stay here.
Can I roll an awareness roll for the footprints to check, see if I can. I have to use my phone. Where are you? Dice. Because I'd like to see if these are Quinari footprints. 23.
Do you know what a canary footprint looks like?
No, but I know what a canary, like the size.
There was legs from like the beginning of the series. Remember legs?
So the
Oh yeah, legs. The poor guy.
So the size of the footprints would definitely line up with Kunari.
Okay. At least they're not giants, because there are giants. Okay.
Either a very, very tall and large fellow, or it's a Quinari, who's also a very tall and large fellow.
Alright.
Or it's something else.
Let's keep our
Juniper, you
wits
want to
about
scout
us.
ahead?
Yeah, might be an idea.
Scamper up into the tree and we don't see her again for the whole episode. I
Yeah,
found a
pretty much
leaf!
how it's gonna go.
Oh! Not the leaf!
Starts biting tail and own shadow.
Sees a bird.
But yeah, I will scout ahead and like hop from tree branch to tree branch and like try and see what's ahead of us.
Okay.
Keep a bit of
So
shadow.
you'll be the one who spots whatever it is first if we keep following the tracks.
The tracks.
Before she goes, she tells you, if it's going to be something bad, I'll squeak.
Alright. I'll do.
Okay. The drag marks continue for a while until it gets to quite a large clearing. All that Juniper can see in this clearing is just splattered blood everywhere.
Great.
And as they sort of jump down to see what's there, there's at least 5 bodies just lying around.
Damn.
Oh. It's not just.
Would they align with the 4 that went missing as well?
No, there are 2 dead Canary and 3 dead Devinter.
Ooh. Tevinter and Quinari are sworn enemies, so this is a scuffle.
So the Tevinter tried to find Robin. The Canary found him first for whatever reason, dragged him off. There was a fight.
Seems
Presume-
Are there any tracks leading away that might suggest Robin escaped, or
There are some small bloody footprints running to the north. And
Okay, so back to camp,
there are
as it
quite
were.
large, heavy footprints running after it.
Okay, so he's been
Gotcha.
chased.
yeah?
Reasonable.
I'm gonna run up that path, squeaking my little head off.
I'm gonna ready my crossbow because I hear squeaking, so I'm assuming trouble.
Yep. Time to draw out that staff.
Yep.
Back it.
Gonna go into the trees again, I think.
Alright, so I guess we come to the clearing as well, and we're like, holy shit, that's a lot of blood.
Quite the scene. Seems like some of my countrymen ran in some Canary. Bad blood there.
The Quinari are not the nicest of friendliest people either.
No, say the least. Looking around, is there any clear route out of this clearing aside from the kind of route that we've come in from? Is there any sense of where they might have gone?
There is a path that seems to have come into the clearing from the other side. And as you sort of walk up to there, you notice that it has quite a lot of foot traffic coming into the clearing.
Okay.
Any out? Or is it all in?
Most of the footprints you can see seem to lead in and then to the sort of like out to the edges, as if they were someone coming through the path and hiding in the bushes.
Can we have a quick look in the bushes?
You do me an awareness roll?
It's only 3. Oh well, I'll have to do. Hmm. 17.
17, cool. Alright, you look in the bushes, there's definitely signs that someone was sort of must have been waiting in the bushes for something. There's a sign of at least five footprints that lead to the different bushes that seem to be waiting there.
Who's more likely to make an ambush, Kanari or Tavinta?
Both. The both the Sahara, the island of Saharon is fought over maliciously. Guerrilla fighting, everything. It's a all onslaught war. Both sides fight dirty.
Alright then. Where's Juniper? Still
I think I was
squeaking away.
following the North Trail. Yeah.
Do we know
Not that
where
one.
she's gone?
No. I don't think we know where she's gone.
You hear squeaking running through the trees.
Okay, so I guess we head towards the squeaking. Maybe we'll pick up, we'll notice the trail as we go.
Okay. You follow the trail. After about another 300-400 meters, you find the arrow-ridden body of a canary lying dead on the floor.
Okay. Is a bow a canary weapon?
Yep.
Okay, just checking. I need the Lawmaster. Lawmaster, please!
Can I try and rifle through the Canary's possessions if they have anything about them? Try and find perhaps orders or something to that effect?
Probably
They
should have done
have
that at the clearing as well.
They have a language called Quinlat, and they're very it's it'd probably be likely that Wraith is probably the only one that would be able to read it, being from Tavinter. They would probably have learned it.
Well,
You
do I need to
find
roll?
you find a crudely folded piece of paper.
What's this? Unfold it and
It looks like a very close to like bullet points of orders written in a language. Do me what would it be? It would be
Literacy.
yeah, literacy. Do me a literacy roll. Six. The
At
only
least you know
bit
what it is.
the only bit you can translate from clicking it over is at one point it refers to the bastard Alistair.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
they're after Robin.
Yes, the first words you learn in any language, the swear words.
Yeah.
Scratching his head then, if you look like, I can't really make sense of much of it, but I can see that these characters here, that's Alistair, and I think it says bastard.
Well, he was a bastard, so
Yes.
that checks out.
Can I hot-foot it back to the clearing? The mages can carry on after Juniper, but I'm going to hot-foot it back to the clearing and have a quick riffle around, see if I can find anything, and then try and charge back.
Okay.
Just to see.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for instructions, paper, any particular signets that would, or articles of clothing that would show what kind of a person they were. Basically, just anything small, light, and possibly give us clues as to what the heck has happened here.
Okay. Roll an awareness check.
Awareness check +3 again. I'm not expecting much, but maybe I'll find something useful. And if I don't, then oh well. If I do, then I can charge back.
13. Alright. You look around, you rifle through the pockets of the bodies. You find very little on the actual bodies themselves, though you do notice two of the Tavinter seem to be wearing signet rings.
Alright, I'll grab them.
Okay.
just going to put that in my inventory in case I forget. To winter signet rings.
Going on ahead, do I see anything else?
You jump forward through the trees. You eventually find, like the Devinter footprints continue on. Sorry, the cat was just stamping on me. The Devinter footprints carry on through quite a lot of the sort of heavy shrubberies, basically, until you come to what looks like the edge of the woods. And at the edge of the woods, you see that the footprints are. They seem to be sort of like looking around. In front of you is like lots of. It's like a massive field, like a big flat field, as in you'd be able to see anything in the next like 200-300 meters easily. There's not really anywhere to hide.
Yeah.
And it looks like the Tevinter took this to mean that he didn't get out of the woods and have split up, going one to the left and one to the right.
Okay. Can I spot Robin's tracks?
You don't see any tracks that look like Robin's footprints where you are.
Did he double back?
Can I smell him?
Is there a skill for sniffery?
Can I roll tracking?
Yeah,
Sure,
I
you can
imagine
roll
she'd be able
tracking to try and smell Robin.
Gives you a
Let's see
second,
if I can do it. How
gives you a
long
second chance. You can track
Yeah.
just with visually, and then you can also track by smell. So if you get a bad roll, get a second chance.
15?
15, yes. When you sort of sniff the air, you smell that he is. Sorry, the cat has burped really loudly. You sense that he is somewhere behind you, and as you turn around and sort of sniff the air, you follow the trees and eventually find a quite large, just like a massive, like hollowed tree. And as you get closer to it, you hear frenzied panting.
Can I do a little chat me out and stick my head in the hole in the tree?
Okay. As you stick your head in the hole, you get bonked on the head by a large branch.
I'm gonna squeak indignantly. I'm assuming she's trying to get her head out of the tree now and can't.
Yep. It's the
Are we
full.
close enough to have heard the squeal?
Yeah, sure. You
I probably wouldn't have.
You
until-
charge over and you see
What's happening?
Juniper with their head stuck in a hole in the tree, frantically trying to pull their head out. The sound of something like whacking her from the inside, and a small voice going, "Get off! Get off! Get out of here! It's my hideout!"
I think he'd have noticed having that, because I don't think there's many cat people around. You'd think he'd have noticed that. Hang on a minute, it's that cat human from the other day.
It might not be him.
Oh, maybe. No, I mean, from what it sounds like, sounds like him.
Can Wraith
Have
run
you
over
seen that
and try
video
and grab
of?
Juniper?
Yes.
Have you seen the video with the cat that had its head stuck in a Kleenex box and was just reversing around the entire house crying?
Oh.
Bless. Silly thing.
They put a tree in the box and it.
Dunk.
I'm gonna find that now.
Okay.
Wraith's running over, is he?
Oh yes, I'm going to run over and grab Juniper and try and yank her out of the tree.
Couple
What
of
are
the
you-
neck.
Oh, Judy!
Okay. Do a strength check to try and pull Juniper's head out of this tree.
Prince, oh no.
Oh God! By the head.
Mind the claws flailing.
Oh no.
You start tugging on Juniper, who starts panicking more because she can't see you. She just has this sensation of something grabbing around her body and pulling, and is now panicking from both that feeling and being bonked on the head continuously.
Ruth's gonna stick his staff up into the tree and be like,
Judy, grab onto it!
As Junie's paws
Can I
are
roll dex?
Junie's paws are on the outside, frantically like clawing at this tree stump.
Wraith is kind of holding by the waist and like, oh, come on! Get out of there, Juniper! What's going on?
Can I roll get
Pull them out.
to like cat squiggle out of the situation?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Like it
Come
coming
on,
through,
guys.
like the really large cat coming through the cat flap that's just like struggling to get through.
The powers will wiggle.
No.
Alright, Junie tries to wiggle. It doesn't seem to get very far. It's just her head that seems to be stuck in this hole.
Okay.
The frenzied being bonked in the head by the branch is getting more and more frequent, and the person inside is getting more frantic, trying to plead with Judy to leave him alone.
Can I go around?
Ryan!
Ruth, go around and see what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going around. What does he find?
You go walk around the tree stump, and well, the tree, the sort of hollow tree, and you see through a hole this blood-covered man frantically bonking Juniper in the head with a branch. As Juniper is giving the kind of like puffy cat face of trying desperately to get his head back out. There's obvious small lumps developing on the top of Junie's head.
Oh!
Excuse me, do you mind?
Poor Junie.
Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Can I just like sucker him in the face as he turns around?
Yeah, sure, roll.
Because that's just rude in Ruth's book.
She did friendly greeting and is being punished.
Aha! Is it a strength? Strength? Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a strength roll.
Strength roll. 22! Oh! Natural 20!
Natural 20, yes. You whack the man in the head. He drops the branch and goes, ow!
Can I hear these guys now?
Yes.
Because I've been hoofing it, trying to catch up.
Yes.
Have I managed to find them yet?
Yes. They're not exactly quiet, so yes.
Okay, I'll stand a bit back, crossbow ready, just in case we get any surprises.
Ruth's gonna like pull this unconscious body out of the
Yeah,
tree
watch.
and just like put him on the ground.
I think Junie has progressed from squeaking indignantly to just squealing and is now shrieking at the top of her lungs in that angry cat noise. You know?
Alright, Judy, I got him! I got him!
I think Wraith will have like let go. And just, oh, what's that noise? Oh,
So
you
the
sort things out at the back there. Oh, who the? Is that? And looking at the man, is it Alistair?
it is Robin, yes.
There's Robin. Yeah.
Oh,
Who has
there
a
he is.
massive black eye just getting darker and darker the longer he's unconscious.
I'm not sorry.
But I am gonna heal the rest of his wounds, but leave his eye.
Okay. You sort of glance over him. He doesn't seem to have any actual wounds, although he is caked in blood.
Alright, none of the is the
I can't really. I won't be able to tell. I don't think if it's his blood or well. They could have bled him and then healed him, so it could still be his own blood.
Hmm.
Give it a lick. I'll tell you.
No, that's not going to tell me if it's someone else's, though.
Doesn't your blood have a unique flavour?
Yes, iron.
Have I managed to wiggle free yet?
Oh, poor Judy.
Since you're no longer being bopped on the head every 10 seconds or so, yes, you managed to pop your head out of the tree. You have notable small lumps going across the top of your head from being whacked
Aw.
with this branch.
Oh.
Junie is in full bottle brush like tail mode. Tail is lashing. She's randomly hissing in odd directions.
It's alright, Judy. We'll go get back to camp, and I'll brew you some chamomile tea or peppermint tea, and that'll make you feel a little bit better.
Wraith hands up is going to be like, now I've got an idea, Juniper. If you just let me, and he steps forwards a little bit, and he puts out a hand. Trust me on this, and he strokes her head and casts heal at the same time. to try and ease the pain a little bit.
Okay,
Good,
roll
good
intelligence.
job. If not, I'll do it.
I can't get another critical fail.
You say that.
Success.
There we go.
Unnatural 20. Yes, you sort of run your hand over the top of Junie's head, and the bumps slowly start shrinking back down again. Junie stops.
there.
Junie's vision stops being as double.
She's
Oh,
still
better.
looking at you like quivering, but is so put off by sudden head pat that she doesn't know what to do.
Right, well, I didn't quite mean to knock him out completely, but at least this way he's not going anywhere for a bit. I might need Manny to come and get him though.
Well, I suppose we can drag him back down the path that he came down.
Yeah, we can drag him. You want to take a foot? I'll take a foot.
Well, yes, let's all grab a limb.
Shuffle.
At this point, you hear the sound of over there, and as you look over, you see running through the forest 3 or 4 figures running towards you.
Oh no.
I'm on Overwatch, aren't I? So do I want to? Can I see who they are?
They look like Devinter.
Okay, I'm gonna loose a bolt.
Okay, roll dexterity.
I don't care who they are. At the moment, we're in.
They're not Grey Wardens. So.
They're not Grey Wardens, so I don't care. Dot roll d20. If it's someone else, I'm really sorry, but also get fucked.
I mean, it could be the Quinari. It could be Quinari, but
If it looks to Vinter, then I'm fine.
yeah.
22.
22. Yep. You fire a bolt. You hear a very sickening "bah!" And as you look over, one of them just collapses to the floor, and you hear, "They killed Stanley. He must be armed."
Okay, does that sound to Vinter?
Very.
What, to Vinter, as in the name Stanley?
Not really, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'd like to load another bolt and actually, how far away are they? Are they getting pretty close now?
At this point, you see what looks like a Tevinter in quite obvious finery, and what looks like two, I guess, sort of lackeys, sort of bodyguard types, facing
Alright,
towards you.
Well, at least they're not facing towards the others. I hope they get a bloody move on. I don't want this to be my last stand. I'd like to throw. Actually, do I have time to make another move, or?
Yeah, you have time to make one more move. What you want to do?
I'd like to throw poison darts at them.
Okay. Do you
Roll
make a dex roll?
I assume. Yeah.
Yep.
Another 22. Damn.
No, that's 22. All right. Well, you hurl some darts. It smacks one of them in the chest, and he sort of grips them, and sort of starts slowing down, and then just tumbles forward.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if these poison darts are actually going to kill anyone outright. Certainly not immediately. They're just poison darts, but it'll definitely slow them down, and probably eventually kill them. But you know.
All right. The one in the
Was that
finery
the-
and the other bodyguard one is
shit,
now
I missed.
racing towards you.
I've missed. I should have specified I was aiming for the big guy. All right. Are the
Can
others nearby? Or are
The
they
others
still
are
shuffling off?
about maybe 20 meters away from you, dragging this body away.
If they're only 20 meters, then the Devinter's going to see him anyway. So I'm going to yell out, hostiles or something like that, and assume and hope that one of them is and can respond. Because otherwise, I'm kind of a bit in. I don't think I have it. No, I don't have a weapon for melee, so if they get too close, then I'm kind of screwed. Unless I can just sort of stab at them with my poison darts, which are probably not very effective.
Alright, well, the two that are closing in, you both one of them tries to fire a crossbow, and the other one tries to just throw some sort of small axe at you. Well, the axe misses you by millimeters and lands in the tree next to you. The crossbow is way off target.
Alright, can I grab the little axe and sprint towards the others?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hearing the shout and the kerfuffle and everything, Wraith will look back. Oh, Anna's in trouble! Quickly, put Robin down!
Just drop Robin. Just drop him.
Drop him to the ground.
Drop him!
He's not that far off the ground.
Drop him.
There's only two of us really.
I was gonna say.
And then turn around and...
Please don't give him brain damage. He's already stupid enough as is.
Can I... are the two Tevinter close enough together to Thorned Roots, both of them, or would I need to go for one?
With a good enough roll, yes.
Okay, I'll try and Thorned Roots both of them then.
Natural 20, yes, you managed to roots both of them. At this
Dice
point,
has been-
you hear a, "What? What is this? You fool! You've let us get caught!"
And Ruth would like to fire off a frostbolt at the finery, the one dressed in finery.
Okay.
Can I chuck
20, natural 20, 25.
It's a lot of natural 20s today. Yes, you
Dice
shunk
seem
a
very
frostbolt
high.
into it. You hit him right in the face as he was talking, and his whole face just freezes solid.
Oh, that's gonna... that's a kill.
Mm.
Alright, I'm assuming... Wait, which one had the crossbow?
The other one, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the other
The
one
other
will have
body?
the crossbow.
Okay. Can I yell at Junie, try and get him alive? Or is that not going to do much?
That might have disastrous consequences.
It's probably not. It's probably at a disadvantage considering she was panicked not that long ago.
I don't
Do
think
I
taking
still
a life
have
is a
my
skill set, to be
special
honest.
knife, though, don't I?
You
Yeah,
do.
but that's not going to keep him alive, is it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't kill him.
I want them alive and conscious. Not...
Yeah, we don't want to rip their soul
Do
out.
you
like
understand that?
I know. I've said try and get him alive. Junie will make of that what Junie will.
Junie's gonna run over and nick the guy with the special blade.
Okay. You don't even need to roll for it. You just because he's rooted. You just walk over. You just nick him in the leg. He just looks at you confused, and then you just notice his eyes begin to widen, his hair begins to whiten, his face begins to like contort and like
Crap.
sag, and after about 10, 15 seconds, he just slowly. It's like he's aging at a rapid pace. And
Oh,
he
for
just
God's sake.
he goes from being this, quite large, muscular man to being thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, and then his skin just like rots down to bone, and he just starts crumbling to dust.
Have I seen this? Can I see this?
Yes,
Probably.
you can see this.
I'm gonna yell out, I said
it.
alive!
I'm gonna kick it and be like, "Why did only Nick? Small, get up."
Is it because he wasn't a magic user? Is that what happens? When you're not magic user? When you're a magic user, you go to the hell dimension. When you're not, you just die.
You get like a few minutes of it kind of taking effect.
Nah, he's gone. He's well gone. No information coming out of that guy.
Nope.
Alright,
But also, he's not gonna kill one of us.
that's true. Very true.
One less annoying fiend.
Alright, well, I guess...
That's all of them.
Not necessarily. Keep your eyes about you.
Yes,
Okay.
there might still be Quinari going about.
Or more to Winter. You never know. Present company excluded.
Yes, I know.
I
Shall we
guess
drag this one back then?
let's have a quick look, see if the master has got anything interesting on
Oh
him.
yeah, we should check his pockets. Yeah.
You check his pockets. He has on his belt. He has quite a extravagantly crafted sword. He has a quite large coin purse.
take that.
He has several small sort of trinkets and baubles, nothing really interesting, but there. And he also has the signet ring.
I'll take the signet ring as well.
Okay.
I imagine
Junie?
Junior will probably want the trinkets.
Yeah, Junie will want the sword, so as her compensation for being spooked.
Or is it too
Just
big?
looking at it and being like, not sure, bit clunky. Does it even fit in the cloak? You know.
I can imagine that.
It's about from basically the top of Juniper's nipples to the ground. It's quite a long sword for Juniper.
Yeah, yeah.
She's a cat
which
with normal
set?
nipples.
Which
Yeah.
set? Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is it. The top
They go
one's
all the
down.
way down.
It's basically almost like armpit height.
Well, that's
So what, like 3 foot?
I'm gonna try and put it in my cloak and just kind of rips a hole in it, but it keeps it there.
So the small, this like large
Cat do
sword
what
blade
cat
just
do.
hanging out the bottom, being
Yep.
dragged along the ground. Yep.
Cat do what cat do.
Yeah.
Alright. Should we try and make our way back?
yes.
Yes.
That's,
Let's get out. Let's get Robin back up and get
Is
on
he
our way.
awake yet?
No, he's still
He's
unconscious.
he's making strange sounds in his sleep, but he is
Yeah.
not. He's not
I
awake.
hope you haven't hit him too hard.
No, those are the dreams. You know, the ones with the dragon, the darkspawn, and the song. And haven't you know, the annoying dreams that come with being a Grey Warden.
I'm very well aware. It was a joke. Now, I'm tempted to turn to Wraith and say, you grab one arm, but I think Ruth is probably stronger than Wraith.
Yes.
We're the same. Okay, apparently so, because apparently I was able to punch him in one.
Alright, how about we head back to the tree where this guy was first tied up, and we see about that scout party. Or do we
Alright.
just go, or do we take him back and then come back out?
It's probably easy. Well, with him being unconscious, it's probably easier just to take him back all the way, and then
Unless we can find
Head
like a
up.
stream or something, just splash him.
you could slap him. See if you.
You've hit him in the head enough.
I broke his nose again.
We could do with knowing how he was separated from his group, but yes, I'm with you, Bruce. I think we should take him back.
Do I try the mind magic again?
It's pretty gross.
I'll try it again. It's never any guarantee, though.
Ruth's gonna sit down and attempt to read his mind or scan his memories. 25.
Not praise today.
20.
All right.
Serious chin.
You look into his mind and you see his memory and you hear in your head his voice going, "Do we have to go uphill? Do we have to go up the hill? Oh, it's so tiring." But could we not have a rest? Can we not go up the hill? And you just see these other three, like, tall, lanky, elf-like people walking in front of him, looking round, then discussing amongst themselves, then dragging him and tying him to a tree and say, "We'll be back for you," and leaving.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, stick him in the
You-
camp and make him a cook or something, because
You,
goddamn.
you then
fit for
see
combat.
him basically shouting help a lot. You hear, you then see the image of a canary appearing, punching him hard in the face,
Poor sod.
cutting his rope and
Have a
putting him
nice
over
day.
his shoulder.
Okay.
You then
He's not had a good
cut
day,
sort
has
of sketchy memories until the canary and two other canary that are with him get ambushed by some Tevinter in a clearing. He gets thrown at one of the Tevinter, which is what wakes him up again. And he immediately just started running, with the one surviving canary running after him until it was also killed by the Tevinter.
Get back lucky.
And then he's just been hiding in the tree ever since until Ruth punched
Yep.
him in the face.
Until and the memory he has of Juniper appearing through the tree is that he sees it as some very evil creature popping through and haunting him. He assumes it's a figment of his imagination, but is frantically beating it away with a stick.
Thank God. Poor Junie. She was trying to do friendly greeting. Junie said hi and got slapped multiple times.
I mean,
Oh,
to be
dear.
fair, he was extremely panicked at the time, having just
Yeah.
almost died twice.
Yep.
Poor kitty.
All right, let's drag
get
him.
him
Try and
back.
avoid. Yeah, let's just. Not fit for combat, clearly, but
No, not anymore.
maybe in his day.
All right.
Oh, he's Alistair.
So as you
useless.
as you drag him back,
Let's not
you-
drag him by the feet this time. Let's avoid any further brain damage. Like I say, he's
Are you
already
sure?
stupid enough. He's already stupid enough. We don't want him any stupider.
as you drag him by the under the arms along. Eventually, when you get back to the tree with the ropes cut, you see two of the scout party turning back up and saying, "Is he all right? We got
No.
ambushed."
Mm-hmm.
Where's the third?
Oh, he's dead.
Shit.
They killed Ronald,
Who did?
the Canary.
So you bumped into them then. Well, we bumped into a group of Tevinter.
Who are now also dead.
Yes.
What did Devinter want with us?
Not you. Nothing to do with you.
They're just being. I'm gonna sort of make a quick gesture and just be like, they've been hounding Yevon for a while now about Orzammar.
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
Orzammar?
Orzammar, yeah.
They've been hounding Yevon about sending a party to Orzammar. I just imagine them trying to intimidate us. But they're dead now, so good luck to that.
Well, we hopefully.
Let's try and keep. I'm just trying to like keep the whole Robin thing under wrap.
Mm.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. See you soon. Let's try. I'm trying to like keep the Robin thing under wraps, you know, as much as I can. Just like, ooh, we probably shouldn't let anyone else know.
Well, don't just stand there. Lend us a hand. He's heavy.
He's useless, but he is one of us.
The two scouts take a leg each, and between the lot of you, you carry this swaying body of Robin back towards the base.
I'm guessing like arm, leg.
Yeah, probably. Junie's probably got his head.
Sit on his stomach.
As you carry him back,
Carry me home.
as you carry him back, you just hear him go, "No, no more pastry, no, no."
Pastry? What?
What's a pastry?
Ew.
Doesn't sound like the typical Darkspawn dreams.
I don't know. He doesn't seem to
Pastry?
like it, whatever it is.
Not sure.
And we get back to Yevon and just be like,
They found him. He's in the infirmary. But I don't think he's really cut out for active
don't-
duty.
Yeah. Can we find like a pencil pusher job for him?
As you-
Something.
As you bring him back to Yevon and you tell him what's happened, he just looks at you really confused and goes, "Right, so is he actually King Alistair?"
He must be. Everybody's interested in having him. The Quinari are fighting over him. The Tevinters seem to want him. The
Could
whole
it just be-
bloodbath.
Could it just be that he has always been this useless?
Oh no, he has always been this useless.
Okay. Maybe he is just. Maybe it really is him, and he's just useless. In which case, stick him at a desk and make him write reports.
A
Or
desk, you say? Well,
Or in the kitchens. Something where he's not going to.
as we said, we put him in the kitchen originally, but he just kept
Oh, yes,
eating
of
all the
course he did.
pastry.
Ah,
Or maybe the infirmary. quartermaster's
library?
assistant.
I mean, would you trust that to heal you?
No. But he can do chamber pots.
Laundry. Something.
I mean, you can't
Or
always
just, like, do,
shovel
like, a
shit, that's
personal
true.
attack.
Dig latrine trenches. Not that he'll appreciate it, but
Okay, there's always something useful that someone with 2 hands and half a brain can do.
Well, I guess I'll try and find him something.
Appreciate it. Oh, we lost one of the elves sent out on patrol. Lost their life. Canary ambush.
Hmm. It's very strange. We've not had any problem with the canary before.
yeah. But
I'm
the
wondering why everyone is after this Robin.
I mean, he is king of Ferelden. If you want to,
In name,
Well,
anyway.
Ferelden is a
What?
burning wreck, so what do you make of that?
yes, but if you got rid of the Darkspawn and ended the Blight, there'd be a whole country available just for the taking. Is that not something
They think
Tavita is
you-
usually interested in? Is taking more than it gets?
You mean they think he's competent?
No, they won't use him. They'll just use him as a puppet. Blood magic, remember?
Oh yeah.
They'll just use him as a puppet.
Puppet.
Wheedle their way into Ferelden.
Well, good luck getting through all the Darkspawn first.
Well, that's probably why they want us to go to Ozma and deal with the dwarves. They are crafty, the Tavintas.
Yes.
They may be crafty, but they're dead now, so sucks to be them.
No, but how many more have been sent?
Yes, these will be long-term plans, and there will be contingencies in place. There'll be more.
see?
Oh, great.
I wonder how
Alright.
many missives Yevon's had just today.
Well, if you must know, 12.
You see? We killed one
rather.
today. We killed
Incidentally,
one
did
today.
you find anything on the Diviner that we could work out where they're from?
We
I
got
found this on the Canary, and he'll hand over the orders that were picked up. We didn't really make much sense of it, but you might.
He sort of glances over it and goes, "So the Canary have a bounty on his head. That's good to know."
great.
Oh, great.
And I have acquired these signet rings from the Tavinta we slaughtered, or who were slaughtered by the
He-
Canary.
Yevon glances over them and goes, "Oh God, it's the royal house."
Oh, great.
Oh, dear.
Yarkon. Yarkon. Great.
What does that mean?
This goes to
Yarkon.
the highest levels.
Highest level.
Archon is basically like the king, but yeah, they have absolute power, but everything goes through the Senate, kind of as well. But the Archon is like the peak of the, and they're usually voted in by like the Senate, but
Like an oligarchy kind of
Yeah.
situation.
and they
There's a group of elites and they vote each other in.
yeah,
Scratch
and
my back, I'll scratch yours.
yeah, and I think they're Archon until they die. I think I can't remember, but they can have like a family and stuff. But until after, they do take an apprentice as well, but not all the time do they become Archon. So,
Fair enough.
but I can't quite remember if it's up to death and then they vote in a new one, or if they vote in after a period of time. I can't remember.
Presidential dictatorship then.
Yeah, yeah. And then you've got like the Pope as well, which is like the religious side of it as well.
And
Outcome
it sucks.
disagrees.
Yeah. So the Tevinter Chantry, which the church in Tevinter and the church in the rest of Thedas, it's like Catholic and Protestant to like make the comparison. So
Catholic
Whereas-
and Orthodox, perhaps even.
probably yeah. Whereas
Pope.
whereas everywhere else will have the chantry is run by women, And you'll have male monks as well, but it's predominantly women that are like that's the hierarchy, whereas in Tevinter it's men. So it's like the complete.
That does sound. I mean, okay.
Yeah,
Catholics all male, but at the same time, they do venerate the Virgin Mary, whereas in Orthodox, it's like it's a very male-dominated religion.
Okay. And then the south is the divine, and Tevinter is the black divine. And that's what their pope's called.
So good to know that we've got the evil pope against us.
Yeah, so
and the evil
weirdos
evil king
specifically as well. It's like us specifically.
Great, wonderful.
Great.
So,
Well, there's 3 less of them at least.
So yeah, Evan looks a little bit more troubled now that he's seen those signet rings, and he goes, "Well, whatever he's done, there's a lot of powerful people after him."
Wonderful.
Maybe it's a good idea to keep him off from wandering from camp then.
Keep him on a tight leash.
I
Well,
don't think that this makes us a constant target. That we're going to end up swarmed. Both the Darkspawn, Tevinter, and the Canary, all descending on our camp.
We may need to send him somewhere then.
How much is he worth to us, I suppose, if it gets the Tevinter and the Canary off our back?
But why do they want him? This is the thing. We don't know why they want him.
It'd be good if we could get a couple of them alive. Just, persuade them to inform us.
Yes, no more of that noise next time.
One of them with the horrible dagger, and let the other one see what happens to his mate, and then say talk or else.
I like that idea.
That is a good idea.
As long as there's 2 of them, though.
Evan?
Needs to be 2 of them.
Do we have permission?
well, if you can find any answers about why they're wanting them, I'd be appreciative of it.
And you won't ask how we got the answers, I assume.
If I don't ask and I don't know, I can't be a part of the problem with it. So sure.
It's in part. It's part of stopping the blight. Whatever it takes to stop the blight.
Yeah.
Evan just looks at you, raises an eyebrow, and goes, "Sure, aye, yeah."
Whatever. Just don't tell me. Is the impression I'm getting from you, Evan.
Tell me the information, but don't tell me how you got the information.
Man. Yeesh.
All right. Well, as you sort of leave Yevon's tent, and he goes back to consulting maps and talking to the other advisors, we will leave it there for this week. So, does anyone have anything else they wish to add before we stop?
As always, I am both a hindrance and a helper.
like I say, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
I mean, we got him back to camp.
Yeah.
Without much incident after I punched him out. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right people died this time.
Yeah. Yeah. And they
once.
died very well. We had a clean.
It was a clean sweep.
It was a clean sweep. We were really good.
Not quite clean deaths, but
No.
Yeah, but death's never really clean, is it?
No. But we got off without injury. Nothing bad happened.
Yep.
Hey, I even got a sweet axe.
You did.
I'm mentally imagining like you've got a small hand axe.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like this big. It's just chip, 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 chip.
It's a small throwable axe. It's decently weighted.
It's a little hatchet.
So I'll probably keep that just for sort of like, there's nothing else. I don't really want to be trying to stab someone with a poison dart. That feels like an inefficient weapon. But and yeah, a little axe probably not going to do very much, especially since I don't even think I have a melee skill. But oh no, I do have dual wield dex. So yeah, okay. But
You can have a little dagger in one hand and
but
the
like
axe in the other.
it's something.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it doing much damage, even if it hits a crit. What's the best that it can do? Oh no, it's sliced
I
his
don't know,
arm.
right in the neck.
Yeah.
I
You
guess,
land
yeah.
you land a really good blow and you get a good roll, you could do a lot of damage.
But
You
they
could
wouldn't.
find a weak spot.
They wouldn't be dead. I mean, they'd be bleeding heavily, but
It'd be nasty.
It would be nasty.
It'd be nasty, but it's not like a a double-headed battle axe or anything crazy. It's just a little something to keep me alive until you guys
Yeah.
come and rescue me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I did kind of expect to die there when there was 3 of them running at me. if that crossbow bolt had missed and the poison darts... Oh, actually, yeah, we left the guy poisoned.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, he'll die unpleasantly. If those darts and that crossbow bolt hadn't hit,
A lost bear will find him.
I might have died there. I was thinking, oh god, ooh, they're getting pretty close. Oh.
I had faith.
The
Dice bolt was
axe
on the
missed
side.
me by this much. The axe missed me by this much. If that had been a lucky hit, then I would have. Oh, okay, I might not have died necessarily, but it was very close. A slightly higher roll, and I might have been gone on to character number 5.
No, we like
or
Anna.
6. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, on to character 6. Yeah, and Anna's a good character, I think. I'm happy to keep her around for a bit longer. I did kind of feel, I don't know, I had mixed feelings about retiring the guy before the bard. Like, the one hand, it felt like a good thing for his character to do. It felt like it was appropriate for the character. But at the same time, it did feel a bit like, I kind of want to explore him a bit more. But it felt like the right decision for his character, so I shouldn't really complain.
But you can always go back to him or pick him up again because he's still around. So
Yeah.
if you feel that
If he's not confirmed dead,
yeah, and if you feel that the arc kind of that would be going into would suit him, just jump him back in. It's completely fine.
which I guess is an advantage of not running the character to death.
Yeah.
Literally.
Just let them go early.
Not all
and then they
characters
can come
have
back.
that arc. Yeah, not all characters have that death arc. It's just how their dice rolls and how the game that plays out and stuff. Yeah, it's fun.
Totally.
Alright. Well, as ever, we'll just do the wind-up stuff. So, if you go to dndice.co.uk or gemhammer.com to get more wonderful D&D stuff or RPG stuff, you get 10% off any dice and stuff you buy from dndice.co.uk or 20% off anything from gemhammer.com with Penance RPG at checkout. Mr. Eden, are you doing any other streams the next couple of days?
I think I'll be doing Clone Hero on Saturday, hopefully, unless something comes along. But yeah, that's the plan.
All right. As for, you can find Mr. Eden over at Monkey Magic Eden. Links in chat. As for ourselves, our next streams will be tomorrow night. I think I'm playing something. I don't know what it is yet. I'll work it out tomorrow. Tuesday will be myself, Tom, and Zeph, and maybe even Meow playing some Deep Rock Galactic as the new season's live.
Oh, is it? Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's slightly harder than the previous season because we're not used to how to deal with the new things yet. Then Wednesday, there shouldn't be a stream Wednesday unless something else crops up. Thursday should be Indie Horror. Oh, sorry, there'll be Indie Horror after Tuesday as well. Friday will be Satisfactory and then some Sons of the Forest. Actually, no, maybe there won't be Sons of the Forest because there's no AG this week, so we'll have to wait and see what's going on there. And then next Sunday will hopefully be more Dark Tide. So yeah, that is us. We'll probably go raid Darren because he's on playing Elden Ring and he's the easiest person to raid into. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching along and we'll catch you next time. Take care, folks.
Bye.
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 Oh.
Lost one already.